Hey Qween!
Well, Adam and Lady Red had a very fun adventure. Well, I don't know if fun is the word.
If
but it was
fun
funny
is the word.
to moi after the fact. Because the other night, I was going somewhere, and then out of her room comes Lady Red, dressed up. She has jewels, she has a t-shirt, she is doing it. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Because you don't leave the damn house, bitch.
I don't.
And you were like, you know what? I gotta be young, gotta be with the kids. I'm going out tonight. And I said, what? Who are you and what have you done?
You know, that's
with
the
Lady
problem
Red
with
Couture?
having a young, supple young person in your house.
Uh-huh.
Because they talk you into stuff. You know, so Adam Josephine, that's what I call her, Adam Josephine.
Adam Josephine.
So she says, come on, girl, let's walk up to Mickey's and we're gonna have a good time. And then I have like a Hollywood boyfriend. He's only 23.
Oh, yes.
So yes, you know, Miss Girl come over. She said, girl, I need to meet me at the club. I said, okay, I'll meet you at the club. You gonna give me some of that? She said, I'm give you some of that. I said, okay, cool.
Okay.
So
all right then.
my fat ass get all dressed up and we walking, and in the middle of walking, I realize I'm fat. Like a full sweat came over, baby.
Man.
And I'm looking at Adam, and Adam's looking at me like, girl. And I was like, oh my God, I'm really fat. So
Now, just so you know, we live on a street that has a very slight incline up to Santa Monica Boulevard,
Yes.
where all the gay bars in West Hollywood are.
Oh my God.
And it seems when you look at it visually, you're like, nothing.
No, Terry.
But Lady Red don't walk up that hill, never.
Never.
So that was probably the one and only time
Yes.
you have taken on the slight incline.
But then you have to remember too, before we left, he was like, oh, let's pregame. So I'm like, yes, let's pregame. That's a young person thing.
Oh, yes.
So, you know, he took a shot of bourbon. I took like 2 shots. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm a little bigger. I can handle it.
you gotta do it.
Yeah, so that's what got me up the hill. The problem is when I get to the front of the club, I'm like, oh, shit, I have on makeup. You know what I mean? Because I'm sweating. So I'm like, oh, my God. Then we go to the door, and they're like, oh, we don't know who you are. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, I work here. And they was like, well, I just don't know, darling. And I was like, okay, I'll see you when I come back and have my booking. You know what I mean? But I wasn't tripping. Well, I was tripping. I was drunk. So, I told Adam, I was like, I love you dearly. He was like, well, we're going to go to this other club. I said, well, you go on over there. I'll see you later. I'll see you at home. Honey, I walked home, and that's when you saw me, because when I got home, I was in a full bath sweat. That's when you cannot control anything, and everything is wet from your rooter to your tutor, baby.
Oh, yes, bitch.
I walked in that house, I said, oh, I'm fat, and I'm going in my room.
I said,
Johnny, Johnny was like, good night, baby.
Good night,
I was
bitch.
like,
Listen, not the time to talk to her. Not the time to talk to her. My favorite quote of the night was when Lady Red and Adam were walking up the incline. I won't call it a hill, the incline. And Adam looked at Lady Red and said, what, Adam?
I said you should just walk more often.
And that was
And
not the
that's,
thing
I guess,
to
not the
say
right
to
thing to
Lady
say.
Red.
that's how I know she was drunk. Because, honey, I'll sashay, I'll even runway. But walk?
Never.
Never.
None of that. She's not having it.
Not at all,
And when
baby.
Lady Red came home, she said, I'm going to bed. But then she said, and Adam told me I should walk more. Well, he can tell himself he can find a new place to live. Slam.
I was so lit.
Yeah, she was not happy, especially after we got to the club, and then the door person just, I don't have a list for that. I don't know. We're just Lady Red's staring this boy down like.
Baby, I can't wait. I'm telling you, I got a booking this month. I can't wait to go back up to the front and say, hello, do you know who I am? Well, now you know.
Now you know.
Don't you ever make that mistake again. Love
Never.
You. Love you.
I love you. Well, that was Lady Red's walking adventure. Never to happen again.
Never, darling, never.
Well, you don't have to walk today. You just got to walk from here to your area.
Okay.